Welcome to the Christian Success Show, the show that helps you achieve more success in every area of your life. I'm your host, Wes Young. Thank you for joining me today. The Christian Success Show is brought to you by Christian-Success.com. Visit Christian-Success.com to join the community and check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve big success in specific areas of your life. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-Success.com/coach. Now, let's get started with today's show. Today's show is when is it time to adjust your plan? If you use my success goal system, one of the steps is an evaluation and an adjustment step. And this is an important step, especially the first few times that you use the system, because my success goal system has been proven to work. I've used it many times, and many of my clients and people I've worked with and businesses and business owners and coaching clients that I've worked with have used it to achieve success in every area of your life you can think about. But the first few times especially that you use it, sometimes you struggle. You either struggle getting the right vision, or you struggle getting the right goal, or you struggle putting together the right plan. And that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. That's why the evaluation and the adjustment step is so important, because it gives you the opportunity to recognize what's not working and fix it, or make an adjustment to something that's going to work, or something that works better, or helps you achieve your success faster or easier. So when is it time to adjust your plan? You need to evaluate your plan and your progress on a regular basis. I recommend evaluating your plan and your progress at least once a week. You should be reviewing your vision and your goal every day to help you stay on track and help you remember what you're working towards. But you need to evaluate your progress and how your plan's working on probably a weekly basis. Adjusting your plan when you need to is smart. Many people make the mistake of feeling that they failed if they have to adjust their plan or adjust some part of their success goal system usage. But that's not a failure. It doesn't mean that you failed if you adjust something in your plan. It means you're using the plan and you've learned something new. Maybe you've learned one thing that's not working, or not working as well as you'd like, or you've learned something new that can help your plan work better or faster. So don't feel like it's a failure if you have to adjust your plan, because when you need to adjust your plan and you go ahead and make the changes and make the adjustments, that's smart use of the system. Even when you're making progress, you still need to evaluate your progress and your plan, because even when you're making progress, there might be a way to improve what you're doing. Make it better, make it faster. So don't forget to evaluate on a consistent basis, even when you're making consistent progress. If you think that it might be time to adjust your plan, ask this question: why do you think you need to adjust your plan? Why right now? What is happening? When you ask this question, you need to take a deep look and see if this is actually true. Do you actually need to adjust your plan at this time? Or is it just because you're feeling insecure, or you're pushing and you're wanting more progress faster? But that doesn't always mean that you need to adjust your plan. When you evaluate, you need to see if you're making progress, consistent progress, on your path to reaching the success, whatever your vision and your success goal is. Imagine that you're going from 0% to 100%. And a lot of times, especially if you're shooting for a big vision or a big goal, and you should be doing that, you should be shooting for something big, something important. a lot of times when you are shooting for something big and something important, it's not going to happen overnight. From 0 to 100 is going to take a while. You're going to have to work the plan. And sometimes the next step is only going to get you one step closer, 1% closer. Maybe you've got 100 steps that you need to follow, and maybe each step takes 2 to 5 or 7 days. That doesn't mean that you're failing. It doesn't mean that it's time to adjust your plan if you're continuing to make progress. Each 1% closer you get brings you closer to your 100%. So it doesn't always mean that you need to adjust your plan. Another question to ask in these situations is, how can you make a good plan better? If you're making progress, if you've developed a good plan and you have a clear vision and the right goal, and you're making consistent progress, when you evaluate, you can look for ways to make your good plan better. How can you improve this? If you're making 1% progress every week, how can you change that to either making 1% progress every 3 or 4 days? Or how can you change it to make 2% progress every week? Things like that. A lot of times you can make improvements to an already good plan, but not always. But it's always good to evaluate and consider what you might be able to do to improve an already good plan. If your plan isn't working, is it because of the plan itself, or is it something else? Let me give you 2 reasons, and these aren't the only 2, but these are 2 of the biggest reasons why your plan might not be working as well as you like at this time. The first reason is a lot of plans take time. A lot of things you do don't produce immediate results, but if you do them consistently over the long term, they're going to create the results that you want. So is the reason you think you need to adjust your plan simply because you haven't given it enough time to work? So you need to consider that. Consider, is time a factor? Are you doing the right things and you just need to wait and continue to do those things and wait for the results? Or is what you're doing not working and you need to adjust? The other big fail place that makes a plan maybe not work as well as you like is you need to evaluate if you're taking consistent action. You need to take action every day on your plan. That's why I recommend reviewing your vision and your goal every day. And I also recommend picking the one most important thing towards your plan every day and doing it first thing, so that you are making consistent progress and taking consistent action. So if your plan isn't working, ask, is it because of the plan, or is it because time or action? Are you trying to do too much? Sometimes people try to do too much on their plan, and instead of being very effective on 1 or 2 things, they're trying to do 5 or 10 or 20 things at one time, and it makes them not as effective. That goes back to what I just talked about. Pick the one most important thing on your plan every day and make sure you get that one thing done. The one most important thing. This keeps you from trying to do too much at one time. Then, once you get the one most important thing done for the day, you can move on to the second most important thing. But most of the time, it doesn't help you to try to do 2 or more things at one time. Focus on the one most important thing and then move to the next most important thing once the first one's completed. Are you taking consistent action, or are you getting easily sidetracked? I already talked about this a little bit, but consistent action is so important in the success goal system that without it, it's very difficult to achieve success. Now, is it ever time to scrap the entire plan and start over? I'm a big believer in never giving up and never quitting. But if you don't have the right vision, the right goal, and the right plan, then you're not going to get where you want to be, even with consistent action. So, maybe is the answer. There is some times when you need to scrap your entire plan and start over. But you need to be very careful before you do this and make sure that it's not because lack of time or lack of action. Evaluate your vision and goal. Are they still the best they can be? Is your vision and your goal still exactly what you want? Maybe that's what needs adjusted before you adjust your plan. Your plan is about you and your success. It's not about what anybody else wants or thinks. You have the control to change and adjust your plan when you need to, but you also get to decide if changing or adjusting is the best path. Make one change at a time. Don't change multiple variables. If you do adjust your plan, adjust one thing and see how it works before you adjust something else. When you adjust two or more things at once, if it works, you can't tell what works and what doesn't. If your plan isn't working, evaluate everything about the plan, starting at the vision, work through the success goal system again, and then make smart adjustments. I want to sincerely thank you for joining me today. I know that you have plenty of options on how you spend your time, and it's an honor you're letting me help you achieve more success in your life. God bless you. Don't forget to check out the special $7 deals designed to help you achieve more success in specific areas of your life at Christian-success.com. If you want personal help achieving more success, you can find out how to work with the top Christian life, success, and business coach and consultant at Christian-success.com/coach. Have a blessed day.